Hello everyone, it's me Isaac. Today is Saturday the 17th of September 2022. I got this brand new t-shirt from my birthday that says Going Underground, and this is just 3 days later that I record another video. It is very cold, my feet are cold, but today I wanted to do this video that I've always wanted to do for a very long time, and it's to talk about the Island Line at the Isle of Wight, the trains that I rode on in the summer holidays. So let's get things over and done with. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It will really help the YouTube channel out. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. Anyways, on with the video of the Island Line at the Isle of Wight. I decided to put the video that I recorded from Ryde St John's Road to Brading Journey video and just let you watch it whilst I explain about the Island Line. Here we go. The Island Line opened its first railway from Ryde St John's Road to Junction in 1864. Later, in 1866, it was extended through to Ventnor. All the stations on the Island Line has pretty much opened in the year of 1864, as you would see on blue plaques. However, Brook Junction station opened in 1991 in preparation for the Isle of Wight Steam Railway, which runs between Brook Junction and Haven Street and Wootton. Lake Station, funny the name Lake, opened in 1987 on the island. Let's explain about the stations on the Island Line, from Ryde Pier Head to Shanklin, the route that the line runs on. We start off with Ryde Pier Head Station. This is where you would change for the ferry services to Portsmouth Harbour. The ferry is operated by Wight Link. This is the station where you can do sort of an out-of-station interchange and walk to Ryde Esplanade Station, which takes around probably 6 minutes when you walk along Ryde Pier. I recommend getting some fish and chips or some ice cream and sit on the pier and look out at sea. The next station on the line is Ryde Esplanade. However, some people seem to pronounce it as Esplanade, but I'm telling you it's Esplanade, Ryde Esplanade. This is sort of the busiest station on the network, with lots of shops, ice cream places and cafes and restaurants. This is your place to go. This is also where you can change for the hovercraft services, which go to and from Southsea, which takes around a 10-minute ride. This is where I started going on the Isle of Wight holiday. I only went on the hovercraft from Southsea to Ryde, which is a place at the Isle of Wight. Ryde Esplanade Station is the busiest station on the Island Line. The next station on the line is Ryde St John's Road. This is the station where it only has the only depot, which is called Ryde Depot, where all the Class 484 trains that run on the Island Line are maintained. This is the only station to have a depot. No other stations on the Isle of Wight have a train depot, as far as I'm aware of. There are 2 trains that sit at Ryde Depot, and that is the unit number, which is 004 and 002, if I'm correct. Do correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. The next station on the line is a pretty unique station, Brook Junction. This is a station to provide an interchange between the Island Line and the Isle of Wight Steam Railway. And here we approach Brook Junction. Now, the reason why I say unique is the only station on the Island Line that doesn't provide public access into or out of the station. So you have to train it only. You can't bus it, you have to train it, you can't even drive it. So you have to train it, as I say. The next station on the line is Brading. This is pretty much one of my favourite stations on the island, even though I actually haven't been there. Maybe next time I go to the Isle of Wight, I should plan visiting that station. And the reason for that is simple. From 1988 until 2021, there's a thing called a passing loop. If you don't know what a passing loop is basically going from single track to double track and then back to single track. If I've explained it right. It's kind of hard to explain what a passing loop is, but that's called a passing loop. From 1988, and the reason why I say that, the passing loop was not needed at Brading Station, as it wasn't really used. In 2021, when the Island Line improvement programme took place, when the new Class 484 trains brought over, the passing loop was reinstated on platform 2, so now it can be used. There's also a signal box for open days where passengers can visit as well if you go on platform 2. The next station on the line is Sandown, where it has a siding where trains can be parked. This is another passing loop station. This is where I talk about the passing loops of which stations the Island Line has. Ryde St John's Road, Brading and Sandown. There used to be one at Shanklin, which we'll talk about later. The next station on the line is Lake. This is the new station which opened in 1987 and has a pretty short platform as well. You can also walk to Sandown from Lake, I believe, as I've seen on the map. The next station is the final station for the terminus of the Island Line, which is Shanklin. Now, I did say we're going to talk about the passing loop later, and we're going to talk about it now. There used to be a second platform at Shanklin Station for when trains used to go to Ventnor. However, you can still go to Ventnor, but you just have to get a bus service. You have to get just buses to go to Ventnor. The distance between Brook Junction and Brading stations is the longest distance on the Island Line between two stations. It takes around 4 or 5 minute journey ride. I recommend going on the Island Line. It's very fun indeed. Now I'm going to talk about the evolution, or evolution as you might please, of the trains that used to run on the island. We start with steam trains. From 1866 until 1966 is when the steam trains used to run on the Isle of Wight. This is when in the late 1960s steam trains were brought out of use and only used for heritage railways such as the Epping and Argyll Railway, which is in Essex, and the Isle of Wight Steam Railway, which is at Brook Junction. You can't drive to Brook Junction, as I said, because it's a station which can't let you have public access. It's quite unique, and yeah, so yeah, that's quite odd. Anyways, the trains. Next came the 1920 standard tube stock, which ran on the island for almost 70 years, until they were brought out of use in the 1990s, when the 1938 tube stock was brought on the island for almost 30 odd years or something. They are quite old trains and they became unreliable at the time. They were known as Class 483 trains on the Island Line. Afterwards, in 2021, on the 3rd of January, the last Class 483 trains were going to be in service and not be used anymore, as they were too old and became unreliable. From the 3rd of January 2021 until 1st of November 2021, the Island Line was closed due to some maintenance works going on, such as raising platforms and adding new bits and bobs on the line. They had to lower track beds as well, and the reason why they had to raise platforms is simple: to allow level access ramps for the disabled people. The Class 484 trains entered service in November of 2021, and the Island Line was reopened for passengers again. My personal favourite station on the Island Line is Ryde Esplanade, and I did say Brading, but the one I say I visit, which is my favourite, is Ryde Esplanade. It's pretty nice because there's lots to do. There's shops, restaurants, cafes and ice cream places, and even somewhere where you can buy beach balls, which is quite nice. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed going to the Isle of Wight, and I keep thinking about it a lot because it's a very beautiful place, and I really recommend going there as well. At Ryde Esplanade Station there is also Ryde Bus Station where you can travel on the buses. You can actually drive there, but you have to go by hovercraft or ferry because it's an island. And I stayed at a lovely hotel, won't mention the name, which lets you look out at sea, and I saw tides coming in, which was quite nice. And that's the end of the Island Line history. If you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe for more. See you later guys, have a lovely day and see you soon. Bye everyone.